It's a cash reel and it's cash tank, and we checking in with Unplugged.
I say Rex, seeing Rex out. Yeah, I can't start now. Dicky suit, fresh as fuck.
Alright, so we got episode 1 of Unplugged. First thing people want to know, man, where are you from?
I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. 803. Ain't been outside of it yet.
And how long you been in the Met?
Shit, all my life.
And what side of town?
From Blythewood.
Blythewood. So you went to Blythewood High?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, cool. So what made you start rapping?
Shit. What really made me start rapping, I think about 9 or 10. Me and my granddad used to go back and forth, like, he'd throw words and I'd be rhyming with the words and stuff. But I ain't take it serious until 10th grade. I did my first song on the phone, the iPhone GarageBand.
That's crazy.
And I been sliding. I was like, I know I can do this. So then with 11th grade, I finally took it serious and went to a studio.
Gotcha.
Started recording.
And is everything with you pretty much like independent, or you work with any other artists or anything?
Right now I'm independent. Like I ain't signed up or nothing like that. But features and stuff like that, I do features with other people and stuff like that. But like for right now, I ain't did no feature in a while. I was out with my brother. That was it.
And I know you said you started back with like you said your granddad, right?
Yeah.
Did you have any like musical background before then?
Nah, I ain't did nothing with music.
Because I know a lot of people will say like, well, I started in the church, but you just straight up got to it.
I was in basketball and football and shit.
All right, but what position?
See, basketball, I played point guard. Football, I played running back. When I was young then, so I was like Pop Warner. Played middle school ball a little bit.
Pee Wee?
Yeah, it was over with.
And how would you say the pandemic has affected your musical career?
It really didn't affect it because I'm not really mainstream. So everybody at home, only thing you gotta do is post that music. They sitting at home, they gonna see it. But by me in mainstream, if I was performing and stuff like that, maybe it really ain't affect me. Really got me out there.
Gotcha. Have you ever done any performances at all?
Yeah, I performed. My first show was December of last year. No, 2019. December I did a show with I think it was Majic, something like that. I did a show, and then I did Next to Blow not too long ago.
Next to Blow with my boy DJ JB
yeah.
and T Gato. Yeah, big shouts to them. How was it? Because I know I've never personally been to a Next to Blow event. I got friends that work it, but I've never been to a Next to Blow event. So how was the networking on that?
It was good, man. A lot of artists in the building. There's a lot of artists in the building. You connect with different people. We got a lot of hard people in the city.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of hard people in the city. A lot of people being affected. Man, the South Carolina music scene is crazy overall because it's like as soon as an artist is about to take off, it's like tragedy after tragedy after tragedy.
Yeah.
Like, so definitely keep your head up with that. But what would you say was like? I know you say you started with your granddad, but I want to take it back. I want to get a little bit more in depth. Like, what would you say was like the battery in your back? Like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna take it until I blow. Like, what was the battery in your back for it?
Well, I thought I started rapping 11th grade, and my homeboys, like, people would tell me, like, oh, bro, this ain't it. Like it would be an honest opinion.
Yeah.
I used to rap in the car during lunch, tell people how this sound, instrumental playing and rapping. And they'd be like, you gotta work on it. And they just told me, I had it, like, you could hear it that I had it, so I was like, let me just keep going with it. And then, senior year, got in the studio again. After I graduated, just being up from there. And I just progressed.
Okay. And what would you say is the hardest part about being an artist in your city?
The hardest part is people don't like to have everybody want to one up on somebody.
Right. Yeah.
Better than this person, better than that person. Nobody want to connect. Like Atlanta, you combine.
Yeah.
Boom. Work with this person. But it's kind of hard because everybody want to be above everybody. Somebody always want to talk spot. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I always see that post on like Instagram and Facebook where it's like Atlanta artists always helping each other up to the top, but in South Carolina it's like, oh, he up, all right, let's pull him down, let's help him catch a case, let's try to snake him out, let's try to knock him off. Like that's not gonna be this. I feel like that cannot be the forever scene. Like we've had people from the Met take off. We've had Nico and Jet. They're both platinum producers. I think both of them are Grammy nominated at this point. But what do you think? Because what do you think about if you were to get a certain type of buzz? Would you stay in the city or would you move out of the city?
honestly, from the beginning, if I get the buzz, I ain't gonna say I'm gonna leave my city, but I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna do what I can to give back. I'm not just gonna up and leave, but sometimes you gotta separate yourself from that because things get you gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, I would definitely say. I always tell artists, a lot of artists I meet, if you in South Carolina, you see that you got a buzz or you got potential, or you kind of next to blow, or you on your way out of here, like I would say, move out of the city and just come back and visit. Like there's one of the biggest artists in South Carolina right now is Black Zach. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know that Black Zach still owns property here, and not only just owns property, he actually still lives here from time to time when he's not on the road. But he's not living in the environment that he came from. Yeah. So even if you are staying in the Met, maybe change your environment. Like I think Black Zach stays somewhere near like Lake Murray. So just changing your environment could definitely be a big thing. But on to the next question. What has changed with you since your first song?
What has changed? My first song, I recorded for $20 in the studio. It was in like a little house.
Quantum?
Nah, it was in Chapin. Chapin. But it was like from the outside you like, damn, what the hell is it? You get it inside, it looked like the setup was great, so but you get what you pay for and quality. Yeah. The song wasn't all that, but I progressed quality wise and wordplay, stuff like that.
And who is your go-to producer? Like, do you have any producer that like just sends you beats on a regular and you just kind of flow with them?
From high school, starting this dude named JoJo and Steven. They call this a 2K production.
Gotcha.
So they was sending me beats, and I was just using their beats. And then I went to the YouTube scene. Now that I got up a little bit, he still send me beats every now and then. Yeah. Like my hit song that I got now called Dicky Suit, he produced.
Gotcha.
And Caleb.
Caleb from he went to Florida, right?
Yeah, I think he went to Florida.
Yeah,
Caleb.
I went to school as Damn Caleb, right? Yeah.
Caleb and Sai. Them boys hard. So that's why I be fucking. I wanna go. I'm innocent. I don't even wanna. That YouTube shit ain't for me no more. Yeah,
YouTube is tricky, man. Like when we first started our series, we use a couple YouTube beats, and it's a tricky thing. But I would say this, I like to see South Carolina rappers working within the state. Like if you could work with a South Carolina producer and take off, that's good. Like yes, we have Jed and Nico. Yes, we have other artists and producers taking off. But if we can keep things in house, we can keep the money here. Yeah. Like South Carolina, people think that South Carolina may be a small, like a big state, but really, we don't even have we don't have an NBA team here. We don't have an NFL team here. So like, I feel like bringing money to the city in a positive way, especially coming from black people, would be a good thing. Yeah. So put us in the creative process for you when you're in quote unquote album mode. Like when you're preparing to drop a tape or an EP, like what's your creative process like? Do you just straight jump into the booth every day of the week, or are you writing? Like what is it like?
Like basically I write. Cause I work like the type of job I work. You only get a certain amount of time to yourself, so I will write, and then when I go to the studio, I just record them all or record them all. But that's all I do. I write. I'll be driving and boom, boom, boom. Let me write this, type in my notes, go back to it and finish it up. That's how that goes.
And do you prefer home studios or do you prefer going to like an actual studio? Like if you go to iMix Nation or Quantum, like do you prefer that or do you prefer like recording at home? Do you record yourself at all?
Yeah, I try to record myself, but that's real difficult. So I just home studio. I go to Calico.
Calico mixed.
He in the home. So he with that being said, with him there, he's not gonna let you leave with nothing bad. So I can take all day, but studios, you know how that go. You paying by the hour. Yeah. You can't be in there all day. Yeah. And you ain't paying for it, stuff like that. But Calico make sure I'm straight when it comes to that music. That's why everything I record go through him.
Have you ever wanted to work with any other like producers or engineers? Like I know a big household name as far as like house studios, like Uncle Sam or even iMix Nation is still actually recording inside of a home.
Yeah, I mixed a few times. I ain't never been Uncle Sam, but I did check out a few of his beats. But producer wise, Jed or Nico, I ain't got one yet. My plan is to get one, but that's once I go that route, I feel like
yeah, the space route for sure. Shout out to Jed and Nico. Definitely put the Met South Carolina on the map in a big, big way. But one question I always like to ask is because even though we don't have too many big artists, we do have some artists that I consider legend. Who do you consider as a South Carolina legend as far as the music scene?
Music scene, legend. Rest in peace, Vino. That was I feel like that was our ticket right there. Put us on. He was different. That energy was different.
Yeah.
Him. Zach.
Yeah.
Zach hard too. And Zach putting the young niggas on too. Where he from? So yeah, them two big legends. It's a lot more. You just can't come to. Yeah, speaking of Knockerz too. Yeah, that who right there. Him too. Cause without him, it really won't be too many people rapping. I say that. That's
Would you say that from all of the, because we have a lot of rappers between Rock Hill, Columbia, just different areas. We got Sean Skrilla, Black Zach. We got Count Up. We got Kizo coming up right now in the Met. A lot of different people. Would you say that, not that you stole a flow or anything, but like, would you say that anything that you took in from any of these artists, even if it's on the work tip, like you like their work ethic, like?
Yeah. Speaking of that, Count Up. If you search Count Up, video after video after video, that's consistent. Out there. Consistent. He always dropping the video. Flow wise, I ain't really bite nobody flow. I don't think, but it's certain stuff that they rap about that I don't rap about. Like I ain't been out there like that in the streets, stuff like that. So stuff I rap about ain't about that. That's just me. But other than that, all the boys hard. So. And
then I guess based off the freestyle, as far as the freestyle we did today, it had a lot of harmonies, like a lot of melodies and stuff. I could hear your voice. Could you ever see yourself working with somebody like Kizo or any other singer?
Yeah. Me and Kizo, matter of fact, Kizo was supposed to be singing me something. I want to work with Count Up, PG Raw. Gotta give me one with Zach too. A lot of them boys hard, but me and Kizo got something coming for real.
Yeah, for sure. And then another artist I think we're forgetting about is Deezy. Deezy's coming home in a couple months. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's gonna be big.
Yeah, Juice just got out.
Juice just got out.
A lot of some hard shit too.
Yeah, so it's a lot of big artists going on. But if you could see yourself in 4 years, what would you say you want your impact to be on the music scene overall, or where you want to be at in 4 years with your career?
4 years, I want to be up there. I feel like 4 years I should be in the mainstream. My name should be one of the names ranked zero. 4 years.
Got you. And then I like to always ask, who is your favorite rapper as a child? Well, actually not. Let's change it up. Who is your top 5 favorite rappers? Like people who may have inspired you.
Top 5. My top 5. I gotta go. All right, Lil Baby. I feel like he the hardest right now. Lil Baby. I gotta go. Rod Wave. Lil Baby, Rod Wave. Who else? Lil Baby, Rod Wave. Polo G Hard. What's her name? Dirt Hard to me too.
Gotcha.
And I'm really stuck on the 5. I ain't gonna say too. I don't listen to too many, but the ones I do listen to probably repeats. And people in my city. That's it.
Gotcha. So our last question, I definitely want to ask you about it. I'm looking at your hoodie and it says Cash World. Tell us what Cash World is.
Cash World. My first time ever saying it, I feel like it's a cash world you're living in. I came with Cash Tank because I feel like I'm all about money, so it's a cash world. Like one day money. Everything in the world revolves around money anyway, so it's a cash world. And on my hoodie today, matter of fact, I'm dropping on Instagram my clothing merch, so you can get any hoodie, any style hoodie you want. Whatever, I dropped that today.
And what's your ad name?
At Cash Tank RB, and RB stand for Rock Out Boy Entertainment. That's gonna be my label that I get when I get on top. So I'm gonna start my own shit. Cash Tank RB.
All right, y'all heard it here first. Cash Tank RB. Follow him on Instagram. We appreciate you coming through today. Thank you.
I say Rex, seeing Rex out. Yeah, I can't start now. Dicky suit, fresh as fuck.